holy smokes, the CrossFit Open 2025 is coming. It's like in just a little bit over a month. So I am here to tell you what to expect, how to prepare, and basically just to take you along my journey with me, because this is going to be crazy. So many things are changing this year. And to be honest, I wasn't even sure whether I was going to enter the Open. So here we are. This is your guide to the CrossFit Open 2025. Right, so first and foremost, any chickalies or anybody who doesn't know what the Open is, basically what it is an online worldwide competition, and athletes from around the world complete workouts in their own gym and submit the scores on the CrossFit Games website. Ultimately, the Open is basically the first step to finding and crowning the fittest on earth. This year, CrossFit 2025, the CrossFit Open is finding the fittest on earth 2025, because it is who will go to the games at the end of the CrossFit Open. It's who will enter, who will qualify for the CrossFit Games. So basically it's significant because whether you are someone who's new to the sport, someone who's been doing it for a long time, someone who's just like a class bunny who loves doing CrossFit, or you're just like a massive CrossFit fan, it's basically just a chance to take part in something much bigger and kind of see how you stack up against the rest of the community. If you really don't have a competitive bone in your body, congratulations, that's awesome. Then it's just a bit of fun in the gym. So it's like there is no pressure with the Open, like whether you want to do it competitively or not, you can or you don't have to. So basically, leading up to the Open that goes from the 27th of February to the 4th of March, I will be releasing weekly videos to help you get ready, give you some tips, strategies, and generally just like log my journey to the Open this year, see what I'm doing differently, see what I'm doing the same. Kind of like I just wanted to use this as like a way to help myself get there, but help you guys get there, but also log like how different it was this year to last year, what you can kind of expect. So basically just make sure that you hit that subscribe button, because whether you just want to follow my journey or join with me on it, there's going to be something for everybody. The gift that keeps on giving. So the Open has changed a little bit this year, so I will explain how it works. It hasn't changed all that much. Basically the only thing that has changed is that the Open is basically the determining factor whether you will qualify for the CrossFit Games. But for those of us who are not there, the Open is basically just 3 weeks of workouts, one released every single week that you need to do and record within that week. The idea is basically that you give it everything in these workouts. Like your time will showcase how you've improved since the last year Open, or basically your time will show you how fit, unfit, strong, not strong, whatever, like wherever you are in your journey. Now, every single workout does have a RX, scaled, and foundation level. So no matter where you are, there is a version of a workout for you. So it kind of just means that no matter where you are in your fitness journey, you'll be able to see how you stack up next to people at the same level as you. It's also just like a bit of fun, meaning that no matter where you are in your like fitness journey, you will be able to do the same workout that everybody else in the world is doing at the same time. So it kind of like makes it fun and accessible in that way. The workouts do have to be done in order. So you do one workout a week, film it and upload it that week. There is a deadline. So the first workout is released on the 27th of February. You'll have until the next Friday to upload it. So that means that will contribute to your overall score, all done on the CrossFit website, where you would have had to have signed up. And then at the end, it's the sum of the sum total of where you placed in all of those workouts that gives you like your end score. Now I'll put a few of the last year's Open workouts on the screen, which I also filmed, so I'll link that in the top right hand corner. But these are basically like the typical contenders that you will see come up in the CrossFit Open. You'll see double unders, gymnastics such as toes to bars, pull-ups, chest to bars, muscle-ups. That's ring or normal. There is usually some kind of lifting, whether it's like under fatigue or a heavy barbell. You don't usually see that many machines in the Open, so be ready for lots of like burpees and shuttle runs and stuff like that. The reason that you don't really see machines is that it is obviously harder to like film and make sure that everything is like legit with a machine, because obviously the camera has to stay in the same place the whole time unless you have someone moving it for you. So they try to make it as simple as possible, and that way it's as fair as possible for everyone. And basically the Open tries to just test a real broad fitness domain, and I think that this year it will be different in that it needs to be extra broad, as this is the way they'll be finding the people qualifying for the games. So what I expect to see is that basically there'll be some clear defining movements like ring muscle ups or wall facing handstand push-ups or strict handstand push-ups in lots of workouts, which will really separate the best from the great. So it'll be like the first half or the first chunk of the workout will be something everybody can do, and then it'll be like a skill or something that not everybody has, towards the end of the workout, which will really separate people. They've done it before in, I think it was 2023, in that the first chunk of the workout was like rowing, toes to bar, wall balls, clean and jerks, and then the end of the workout was ring muscle ups. It's like 15 ring muscle ups. That was obviously the big divider as to like who was the higher level of CrossFit and who wasn't. So I think that we will see those kinds of like typical workouts this year, because this is like a qualifying thing for the CrossFit Games, because this is the last competition to qualify for the CrossFit Games, or one of the last competitions to qualify for the CrossFit Games. So it's not really a competition, actually. It's not like, it's just like one of the last it's one of the places where you have the chance to qualify for the games, whereas before it was like you did the Open, then you did the quarterfinals, and you did the semi-finals. There isn't that anymore. There's like a few regional events, I believe, but most of the people who will be going to the games will be qualifying directly from the Open. So the question is obviously, how should you prepare? How will I prepare? Now, I will be doing like weekly videos on this, which will have like a bigger breakdown and like explain lots of things, but just quickly, I would mainly focus on your capacity, especially on burpees and double unders, things that are like elevate your heart rate, that are body weight or with a skipping rope. Try to incorporate some WODs with like the similar Open formats that do have these things in them. If you are on a good program, you will likely already be doing this anyways, but just practice, and just put yourself in the best position you can for the Open. The reason I say this is because, in my opinion, your strength is where your strength is now, and like, now's not the right time to start some strength cycle hoping that you'll get some extra PBs in just before the Open. Like, I would say your strength is just where it is, accept that, and instead just focus on what you can do now whilst being like technically efficient. So just make sure that you're ironing out any big technical errors that you are making at the moment, and just focus on not leading up to the Open so that you are as confident as you can be in your movements. I think it should mainly just be like all conditioning and skill work at this point. It's time to just basically put all the pieces that you've been working on in the past year or building on, however long you've been doing it, and then just like give it some real big effort in the Open, basically. Depending on where you are in your journey, I'd say like mental preparation tips. Obviously, this is something I will do a bigger video on. I would say, because of the way that the Open is this year, and because of the way there is so much pressure for people who want to qualify for the games from the Open, obviously those people, this is like a different barrel of fish. Like, this video is not for those people. I am definitely not one of those people. I wish I was, but I'm not. I'd say like just use this as an opportunity to have a great time with the people in your box, especially this year, as there have been those big changes. Unless you're looking to be in that top 1%, just enjoy it, push yourself really hard, and then it basically just gives you a baseline going into the new CrossFit season. But just embrace the process, focus on your progress, and celebrate every small win. Like, just go in, have fun, like high five people, give it some, just have a good time, and see where you are for the next year. If you are someone who's looking to qualify for the games, obviously that's awesome, and thanks so much for watching this video. That would be so cool. But yeah, I just think you're at this point now where like your fitness is what your fitness is. Just start ironing out some like technical things, and I think that you will have a great time no matter like how it goes, as long as you just focus on embracing the process and just have fun, basically. So as I said, I will be doing more videos on like game day tips, like nutrition, recovery, later on, so just make sure to subscribe. I will as well share more workouts that I'm doing and my journey to the Open, which will be really fun. I kind of like intrigued to see how this year goes, because I think last year I was still relatively new, like it hadn't even been a year since doing CrossFit, so I would like to have seen some progress, obviously, because otherwise that would be a complete shambles considering I train so much. But yeah, so let's just have some fun. Like, this year, let's just see how we get on, just have some fun, and then see where we are next year. Like, I think, to be honest with you guys, like for me personally, it always low-key, like I hadn't really said this out loud to many people, low-key it had been my dream to get to the semi-finals, but obviously the semi-finals don't exist anymore, so that obviously wasn't meant to be, or just isn't on the cards for me. So to be honest, I'm just trying to find like a new longer term goal within the sport, because I don't believe that I will ever be able to reach the games, just because of, I just don't believe that I will. And I'm like not upset about that. I'm happy with where I am, and I'm happy to like keep working, and obviously if something like that were to ever happen, amazing. But yeah, just trying to find like a longer term goal now that there is no semi-finals, and just see where I'm at and just that's why I think the Open this year was just to have a bit of fun, push yourself, see where you are, like try to compare your scores to last year, whether you've improved or whether you've not improved. Then obviously that gives you something to work on, or kind of gives you an idea of whether you've been doing something right or not the last year. But yeah, I will obviously be doing lots more videos leading up to it. This was basically just to give you like a quick heads up that the CrossFit Open 2025 is coming and that we need to get ready. And I'm actually genuinely excited to see the workouts and have some fun with you guys and just do the workouts in the gym. And then maybe we'll see whether some of you guys can beat my scores, whether I can beat some of your guys' scores. So yeah, like, comment anything and subscribe to my channel for more Open prep videos. Share any questions or concerns about the Open in the comments below. I'm sure that we are all outraged that there are no semi-finals, because that is very, very upsetting for most of us. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.